This is a 30-minute yin restorative class. You'll need some props, bolster, a strap, or a towel will do, a blanket will be helpful, and 2 blocks. So we're going to start with our first pose. We're going to hinge from our hips and come to a forward fold. Before we go into a deeper fold, we're going to warm up just a little bit. So let's bring the arms up, feet under the hips to your Urdhva Hastasana, big inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees and bring the torso down, take the arms back. Inhale, bring the arms up to your Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, bend the knees, take the arms back, release the back of the neck. Just keep doing that about 4 or 5 more rounds of inhales and exhales. We're connecting with our breath. We're getting some movement going in our body before we go into deeper stretches. And finding the nice flow of your breath here, welcoming yourself to your mat with a nice, beautiful meditative movement. Lengthening the inhales, pausing on top, lengthening the exhales. Last round here, inhale. And then exhale, we're going to release ourselves to the floor. This is our first pose. A nice Uttanasana, forward fold. Soften the knees, back of the neck nice and long. And then releasing the crown to the floor. We're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. This is a beautiful inversion that's sending the blood flow to our crane, to the crown, to our brain, and releasing the lower back. If this inversion feels uncomfortable for you, you can always use your blocks and come to a nice 90-degree forward bend. You'll be getting still some stretch in your hamstrings, lower back, without going that extreme. And soften the knees a little bit more. And feel that you're completely releasing your body down. If you want to bring your hands to your elbows, that's going to add just an additional weight, maybe a bit more pull towards the floor. And chin tucks ever so gently towards the chest. That's going to open up your cervical spine, your neck. And then going into your deep, long inhales and deep, long exhales. And take a moment to sense the gravity here. The crown is getting a little bit heavier. In practice allows us to connect a little bit deeper with earth, with gravity. And gravity and time work together to bring that beautiful release and opening to our body. And bring the hands towards the floor if you're holding your elbows. About 45 more seconds here. Sensing the reversal of that blood flow. See if you want to tuck the chin to your chest a little bit more. If you can release your shoulders a little bit more. And then last 10 seconds, start elevating your hips up, stretching the back of your legs ever so slightly, and then soften the knees again. Last 3-4 breaths here. Nice and slow breathing. One more deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful work. Big inhale, come halfway up. Bring the hands to your shins, slide the shoulder blades down. And then exhale, hands to the floor. You are going to come to your hands and knees. I always like protecting my knees with a blanket, especially in a yin practice. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Couple of deep cat and cows here. Inhale, open up the chest. Slide the shoulder blade down. Dip the belly, tip the tailbone, and exhale, dome the spine. Push the floor away, chin tucks to your chest. Inhale, slide the heart forward, slide the shoulder blade down. And then tuck the toes for this one, which deepens the dip a little bit. Tip the tailbone. Exhale, untuck the toes, push the tops of the feet on the floor, palms into the floor, dome the spine, tailbone towards the floor, to your mat. One last one, glide the heart forward, gently tilt the chin up, shoulder blades come together, tuck the toes. Exhale, dome the spine. And then big toes touch. You are going to open the knees, coming to moving cat and cows. We're making our way to our child's pose. Open up the chest, dome the spine, send the sit bones back. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, dome the spine, send the sit bones back. Two more like that. Inhale, heart glides forward. Exhale, dome the spine, sit bones slide back and settle into your child's pose. Now, yogi's choice, depending on how your hips feel, you can bring a bolster under your hips here. You can bring a block under your forehead. You can bring a blanket under your hips. See how your body feels. So releasing yourself to child's pose. We're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. You can bring the hands behind towards your heels and find that nice release of the hips towards the floor. Shoulders release. Find that nice opening of the hips towards the heels. At any time in your pose, you can make modifications and adjustments. For example, I am feeling a little bit of a discomfort in my left knee. I have an injured left knee, so I'm going to now use my blanket to put the blanket behind the knee. It gives me a nice cushion and come back into the pose. So do not deny yourself that comfort if the body is not comfortable in these stretches. So allow those stretches to happen naturally, organically. The body slowly opens up. Yin practice is about really being patient with your body, breathing deeply into all the corners of the body that are opening up, and noticing if there are areas that can release a little bit more. For example, I just realized my shoulders were a little tight. I want to release them a bit more and maybe walk my hands out to see if that feels more comfortable. And that just gave me a better release of my hips towards my heels. About 10 more rounds of inhales and exhales here. I recommend you to lengthen your exhales just a little bit more than your inhales. That's going to enhance your relaxation response in your body. And noticing if there are thought patterns that are invading your stillness, your peace. Whatever they are, welcome them. Our mind is programmed to create thoughts. Try not to interact with them. Come back to this very moment, connecting to the sound of your breath. Feel the nice opening in your lower back. Feeling that sacrum area opening up as the shoulders relax. Last 3-4 breaths here. Big inhales and exhales. Beautiful. Next inhale. We're going to gently come up. Feel like I want to stay in child's pose forever sometimes. And then we're going to sit on our bolsters, or any pillow will do. A couple of neck stretches here, and then we're going to stretch our shoulders. So hands on our thighs. Chin tucks to your chest, and then like a pendulum, take that chin towards that right shoulder and slide the shoulder blades down. Then inhale, exhale like a pendulum, chin to center and to the left. Slide the right shoulder blade down. Then keep doing that with your own breath. feeling that nice opening in your left trap muscle each time you are sending that chin to the opposite shoulder and to the left, and feel that stretch on the right side as you're sending the chin to the left. A couple more like that. And to the left. And to the right. We're just going to stay on the right. Chin is looking over. Your eyes are looking over right shoulder, so chin is gently gliding towards that right shoulder tip. Take that left arm to a T and then bend that left elbow. Put the top of that left hand on your lower back. And then slide that left shoulder blade down. Deep inhales and exhales here. Keep releasing that left shoulder down. Feel the softness of that left shoulder. And as you keep sending that left chin towards that right shoulder. Inhale to center. Let's come to the other side. Left palm on your left thigh, right arm to a T. Bend that right elbow. Send that chin towards the left shoulder. And then slide that right shoulder blade down. Feeling that beautiful stretch the right side as you feel the slide of scapula down. Big inhales and exhales. Beautiful. To center. And then clasp the hands behind the skull and ever so gently bring the elbows towards each other, scooping the belly and chin tucks towards your chest. And then bring that left palm down. Chin is level to the ground. Left hand on top of the left ear. Slide that left shoulder blade down ever so gently. Press the left side of the skull down, right ear towards that right shoulder. Do not force it. Keep sliding that left shoulder blade down. Send the breath to that left side. And then inhale, coming to the other side. Change the hands, left hand on top of that right ear, and ever so gently slide that right shoulder blade down. Beautiful work. And then we are going to come to a couple of nice hip stretches. Once again, you can use the blanket to protect your knee. Bring the block in between your right foot, left knee down. And then open up the chest. Slide the shoulder blade down. Inhale. Exhale, flex that front foot, send that right sit bone back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, send that right sit bone back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, send that right sit bone back. Next inhale, we're going to come to a lizard pose, blocks inside that right foot. You can stay high, or you can come to your forearms, staying here for 2 minutes. Back of the neck nice and long, crown reaching the floor. Celine is staying a little bit higher than I am. Finding your edge in the pose, never forcing your stretches. And allow gravity and time to slowly take over. If you feel that body is melting towards earth and you're opening up nice and in a nice and sweet way without forcing things, you can change your props. And just released my blocks. Celine is being very mindful about where she wants to take her stretch. I'm also listening to my body, asking myself if this is where I want to be. And just in that area of where the stretch is feeling really great, but maybe a bit too much. So trying to recognize when the ego is creeping in. I always am ready to make an adjustment if it becomes uncomfortable for me. Back of the neck nice and long, crown reaches to the floor. And here another 45 seconds. Big inhales and exhales. Last 4 or 5 breaths here. Feel the weight of the hips and that left quad opening up. One more deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful, palms on the floor. Lift yourself up. Now walk the hands out. You can walk them out on the blocks. Flex that right foot. Send that right sit bone back. This is one of my favorite counter poses after a big hip stretch. Release the back of the head, crown towards the floor. You can keep that right knee bent, which we're both doing. And feel that big stretch in your right glutes. And then lower back. Big inhales and exhales here. Beautiful. Inhale, bend that right knee, hands on the floor, and take yourself to a nice child's pose to recalibrate. Walk the hands out, send the sit bones back. Big inhales and exhales. Inhale, hands and knees, left foot between the blocks. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale back to your runner stretch. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, runner stretch. Inhale, bend the front knee, open up the chest, slide the shoulder blades down. Exhale, flex the front foot. Inhale, back to your low lunge. Stay there, bring the blocks inside. And we are going to go into our lizard stretch. So staying up high like Celine is doing, or maybe coming a little bit lower. We're here for 2 minutes again. Releasing the back of the neck. I see that my left side is a little bit stiffer than the right side. I'm acknowledging it, so I'm propping it up accordingly. Deep inhales and exhales. Inhales, opening up space. Exhales, find the release of tension as I surrender my body to earth. No judgment. Connecting to that beautiful stretch. Inhaling it through and exhaling. We're 1 minute away. Ask yourself if you want to go deeper or if you want to prop it up a bit more. See if you want to bring more attention to the back of your neck. Maybe crown wants to release. Lengthening the exhales just a little bit more to enhance the relaxation response of the body. Deep, long inhales and deep, long exhales. In the last 15 seconds here. 2 more deep inhales and exhales. Beautiful. Next inhale, we rise up. And send the arms back, flex the front foot. Release the back of the neck, sit bone, sending it towards the back. Big inhales and exhales. Feeling that nice stretch in your lower back, chin tucks to your chest a little bit. Allowing our body to open up in a beautiful way. 1 more deep inhale and exhale here. Beautiful. And let's come to a child's pose to recalibrate here. Just about 3-4 breaths. Send the sit bones back. You can bring the forehead on top of a block, hands towards the back if that feels more comfortable. Release the shoulders, hips towards the heels. Long, deep inhales and long, deep exhales. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. With your next inhale, gently rise up. We're going to come to a supported pigeon pose. So we're going to use our bolsters and blankets here. So put the bolster and the blanket on top if you need to in the middle of your mat. So some of you may have really open hips, may not need this much propping, but we're going to start with some propping. And put the right hip on top of your propping and lengthen that left leg out. So this is your supported pigeon pose. And then you can use a nice high block and bring your torso down. So this is a nice, gentle, restorative pigeon. So this feels a little bit too much propping for me. I am going to get rid of the bolster, but you decide. If you're getting a nice sensation in that right hip and right lower back, you're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. I'm going to get rid of some of my propping, feel that it's too much for me, and then use a little bit of a blanket. Celine enjoys it, so she's going to stay there. So I'm going to kind of release myself a little bit more down. Those of you who feel super open and really looking for a very deep stretch here, you're going to bring your shin a little bit more parallel to the front of your mat. Make sure that you're not putting any pressure in that right knee. So the more parallel that shin is to the front of the mat, the more pressure there is. And then keep releasing. You want your hips to be nice and square. We're here another full minute and a half. See if you can release the upper back, shoulders, just melting your whole body down. Making sure that left leg is nice and straight towards the back. And then always making adjustments. While my body's craving for a little bit more opening here, I'm releasing my blanket. And I ask myself if I did it because of my ego or because my body really wanted. No, I think it's the second one. And making sure that you're making those decisions according to the intelligence of the body, and discerning if the ego is creeping in. The sense of going always deeper and becoming super flexible. It's really not what yoga is about. Yoga is about connecting with yourself and listening to your body. We're here for about another 40 seconds. Long deep inhales and long deep exhales. Enjoying this nice stretching out of glutes. And see how the change is happening with time and gravity. Staying very connected to the changes that are taking place. Really subtle, beautiful changes in the body. That openness that is coming slowly. Any pain, make adjustments, prop it up. Last 4 or 5 breaths here. Lengthening the exhales. Finding the beautiful sound of your breath. One more deep inhale here. Exhale. Then gently peel yourself away from the floor. Beautiful work, guys. Palms on the floor. And any counter pose here, you can go to a child's pose or a downward dog is a good one. Tucking the toes, sending those sit bones back. Celine will choose the child's pose, back of the neck nice and long. And then let's come to our propping on the left side. So once again, I'm going to start with big propping, putting that bolster under my left hip and maybe blanket on top of it. See how my left side is. And so my left hip is sitting on top of that bolster. My right leg is shooting right back. Hips are nice and square. And then big inhale here and exhale. Starting with some nice propping. Both of us are doing that, and release. So ask yourself if you're getting a nice sensation. Sometimes we just want to feel relaxed into these poses. So my body wants a little bit more, so I'm going to once again adjust and get rid of my propping and release that left hip down. My hips are nice and square. And Celine will stay with her nice propping. And we find our yin release once we make the adjustments. About 2 more minutes here. Long, deep inhales, extended exhales. Feel the body melting to earth. Feel the beautiful opening in that left glutes. Ask yourself if there is tension in your upper back. See if you can feel a little bit more release here by just letting go. Sometimes that happens by just breathing into those sticky areas and using long exhales. Nice, long, deep, smooth exhales as the body's melting to the ground. About 45 more seconds here. See what's changing. See if you need to come out of the pose a little bit or release a little bit. Last 3-4 breaths here. And deep inhale. And exhale ever so gently, peeling yourself off the floor, palms on the floor, and to any counter pose you would like. To your downward dog or your child's pose. Beautiful. Now lie on your torso. Bring that right arm to a T. We're not going to stay here for a long time, but just a couple of nice upper pec muscle openers and roll towards that right shoulder. We're staying here for about 10 breaths. Big opening in that right upper chest. Deep inhales and exhales there. You can bend that left knee, put the sole of the left foot on the ground. See how that feels for you. And then connecting the breath with the area of the body that's opening up. About 5 more breaths. Feel that with each exhale, that release is happening. Inhale, you're creating space. Last 2 breaths here. Beautiful inhale. Turn your body back to center and push yourself to the right side of your mat. Left arm to a T, and then gentle release that right shoulder towards the back, pushing that right palm down and rolling over towards that left arm. Ask yourself how this feels for you. If you want to bend that right knee and and bring the sole of that right foot on the ground. See how that feels. Make choices that make you feel really great and wonderful, especially in a yin restorative practice. About 5 more breaths here. Nice long exhales. Last 2 breaths. Beautiful roll towards your chest. We're going to come to our final set of poses. We're going to gently turn around, lie on our back, take your strap, and then hug the knees to your chest, up and asana. Feel that nice stretch in your lower back when you do that, and come to a happy baby. Rock your baby, knees towards the floor. Celine is holding onto her ankles. I'm holding onto the soles of my feet. And find stillness here. And hug the knees to your chest. Put the sole of the left foot on the ground and take your strap and put it on the sole of that right foot. And bring that right leg up and down just a few times. Just warming up that joint. Last one. Then start kicking that right heel up towards the ceiling. Soften the shoulders, soften the chest. Depending on how your back feels, you can lengthen that left leg out. And stay in a restorative stance here. If you lengthen the leg out, you can soften it. And then keep kicking that right heel up and away. And gently bend that right knee towards your chest. Soft chest. Shoulders are heavy. Do not strain your jaw, your neck. See if you can soften the back of the neck. And then feel that nice stretch deep into the belly of that hamstring. Maybe a micro bend of that right knee. Both Celine and I are bending our knees. We're not holding onto that strap for dear life. And then rotate that right leg towards the right, pinky towards the floor. Open it up just for a breath. Kick that right heel back out. And then bring the leg up and over to the left. To a nice supine twist. Right arm to a T. Release that right shoulder down and enjoy that nice twist. You can stay here kicking that right heel up and away from the pelvis, or you can bend that right knee. Bring that hand on top of that right thigh and gently open up that right pec muscle here, deepening your rotation. Gentle pressure on top of that right thigh. Feel the openness in that lower back, right glutes, as you keep opening up that right pec muscle. One more deep inhales and exhales here. Beautiful. Inhale to center. Knees hug. And sole of the left foot, right foot on the ground. Left leg kicks up towards the ceiling. Bring that leg up and down. And then last one. Then kicking that left heel up and away from the pelvis. Stretching that left hamstring. Option to lengthen that right leg out. You can keep it bent. You can keep it nice and soft right leg. Just focusing on that left hamstring. Inhale, kicking that heel up and away. Exhale, a gentle micro bend going a little bit deep into the belly of that left hamstring. And keep lifting that heel away. Feel the support of earth behind the skull. And 3 more deep inhales and exhales here, connecting with what's happening in the hamstring. This stretch is also releasing tension from your glutes, from your lower back. It's wonderful for your lower back. One more deep inhale and exhale. And pivot that pinky to the floor. Open up that leg to the left. Nice and open collarbones. And then inhale to your rotation. Bring that leg up and over to a nice twist. Left arm to a T. Yogi's choice. You could stay here or bend that knee. And bring your right palm on top of that left thigh with a gentle pressure on that thigh as you release that chin towards that left shoulder. And feel the beautiful opening that's happening in that left pec muscle. Ear releases to the left shoulder. Left glutes opens up. Collarbone is opening up. Long exhales here. Find the release. One more deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful inhale to center. And give yourself a deep hug. Let's bring that bolster under your knees. Just lengthen your legs up towards the sky for a breath or two to a nice restorative inversion. Open up your arms to a T and then release yourself to Savasana, your final relaxation here. And then soft breath, releasing your whole body down and simply letting go and just enjoy being and being supported by the beautiful earth under you. And sensing that belonging to earth and allowing the gravity to completely relax your body down. My friends, it's an honor teaching this wonderful yin restorative practice to you. Stay here another 5, 10, 15 or minutes or longer. If your body wants to go into a sleeping zone, allow that to happen. It means you need it. See you next time. Namaste, my friends.